Hi folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Steins, a safe space in which we awesome, where we are just, doing our thing. We're basically, aspect is still the same as last episode's, just at the beginning. But, we're good.
Tighter.
Christina, tighter.
Tighter,
is that me? Who else? Why are you calling me that now? Because you're the one behind Tighter's mask. Well, yeah, but you weren't calling me that before, so it's kind of weird that you just changed what you're calling me now. Don't worry, he does that. Just give up, okay? Okabe rarely calls anyone by their real name. Oh yeah, he always called me part-time warrior for some reason. Listen, you two, I'm going to leave at 2 p.m. on the 11th. After Tighter explains herself again, we'll start repairs on the time machine. Our goal is to have it working by this time today. Is that the best plan? It's better than trying to fix it when we only have 2 hours left. If it doesn't work, we'll just keep repeating the same 2 days. I'll just keep repeating the same 2 days. Yeah, I'm sorry. Tighter, we're counting on you to get us an IBM 5100. Never forget, I'm not doing this for you, and I'm not doing it for the future. My mission is to save Mayuri. Both of you are expendable. Call me self-righteous if you want. However, that's not self-righteousness. I'm doing this my way. Kirisu and Suzuha give me an encouraging nod in agreement. They sure look encouraging and nodding. Good, then let's begin. You're not going to name the operation? Who cares about that? This isn't a game. Mayuri's life hangs in the balance. You couldn't find a good Norse mythology-themed name. Why Norse mythology? I don't think there's a deep meaning behind it. Chiubu patients love Germanic names for some reason. Yeah, English seems to be the meme language of the world. Now that you mention it, most of our operation names were in the Resistance have Germanic names too. Whenever I ask, they say tradition. So there's still Chiubu in 2036. Cut the chatter. Mary's life hangs in the balance. There's no time for this nonsense. Kirisu sets up the time leap machine while Suzuha goes to turn on the 42-inch CRT. Well, before Mayuri returns, I leap. Thought there was a comma after well, but I didn't actually see it, so I just sort of went with it. And I float, I think, well enough. Well enough. Alright, here we go. And as deep into the past as you can possibly go. When I come to, I stand with my phone in my hand. While I wait for the ringing in my ears to subside, I check the date and time on my phone screen. August 11th, 2:21 p.m. Alright, now I have 2 more days. As a matter of fact, I leapt twice. First at 2 p.m. on the 13th, when the machine was completed. From there, I leapt an additional 48 hours to 2 p.m. on the 11th. It was my first consecutive leap, but it seems to have gone well. Oh, that's good. That's good news. Hang on, I got a burp. It's right in there. Excuse me. Wow. I suddenly need something to drink. I do not like the taste in my mouth. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Orange juice in my belly, and I'm ready to resume. I immediately head downstairs to see Suzuha. I'm relieved to see that her hand isn't burned. Well, it wouldn't be. No, that doesn't make sense. When I explain the situation, Suzuha races to her ID can to confirm my story. After she realizes I'm telling the truth, I take her back to the lab and have her repeat the explanation she gave us before I time it. Excuse me. We come to the conclusion that all we can do right now is try our best to repair Suzuha's time machine. Let's go take a look. Daru was unusually enthusiastic. Well, that isn't unusual at all. It's a goddamn time machine. Everyone would want to see this thing. Jesus. I guess Suzuha's talk of attractor fields and divergence and correcting history's mistakes got blood pumping. His blood pumping. Hold on, everyone. Mayuri stops us as we're about to leave the lab. Guys, aren't we forgetting something? Like what? What about Suzu-san's dad? Oh, right. I thought Suzuha was lying about that. When I turn to her, she looks away. It doesn't matter now, does it? It does too. I mean, it'll take time to fix the time machine, won't it? We should help Suzu-san find her dad in the meantime. Right?
Yeah.
But... when I show reluctance, Mayuri puffs out her cheeks and lowers her angry eyebrows. Don't be like that, Ocarine. You have to keep your promise. What promise? We promised, remember? We said we'd all look for Suzu-san's dad. That's right. I'm not entirely certain... Hang on. I'm not entirely certain that was... I think that might have happened after the 11th. Now, I could be wrong, obviously, but I think Mayuri knows more than she's letting on. Well, obviously, but... No, I think, like, she actually also knows about the time leaps and stuff. Damn it. We convinced her to stay by promising to look for her father. Her father. Yeah, I remember. I know Suzu-san has a mission and stuff, but I think she also came because she really wanted to meet her dad. Mayuri wants to make that happen. If Mayuri feels that strongly about it, there's no way I can refuse. You still can. You'd just be an asshole. But you can 100% do that. Sheena Mayuri. You're such a nice girl. Aww. You're right. I thought I could find him if I came to this town. I know he was in Akihabara in 2010. So your father's real? Of course he is. At this age, he's probably still young and cool. His name was Barrel Tighter, right? Yeah, that's right. Wow, foreigner? No, I'm pretty sure he's Japanese. Barrel Tighter is his code name in the Resistance. I don't think he's using it yet. So that's why Suzuha calls herself John Tighter. She's still talking. I don't know his real name. Damn. Some data, huh? You can't blame yourself for not knowing somebody's name if they never tell you it. It's like you have a friend for 4 years, you don't know their name, so you're all awkward, just like, oh god, I forgot, it's my fault. And then you just learn that they never once told you what it was, so it's just not even close to your fault. So it looks like she's about to cry for an instant, but she quickly recovers with a bitter smile. He died before he could tell me. Hearing that, I realized how hellish the world she came from must be. Yeah. Yeah, dystopias are usually not good. In fact, that's sort of the defining trait of a dystopia. What about your surname, Amane? That was my mother's maiden name. So you have no leads? Leads. Oh, there is one thing. Suzuha claps her hands together and starts patting her pockets. A few seconds later, she reaches into one and pulls out... Shimaka. Question mark 010. That's clearly a 2010, but you know what I mean. A pen? I've seen Suzuha fiddling with it before. I like the arrow, that's nice. It's just a regular pen, the kind you stick in your hat or bag. There's something written on it. It reads Oshma 7010. Okay. I don't think that looks like a 7, but I'm clearly not the expert here. This belonged to my dad. A memento.
誰
Google it, Daru. Daru runs a search, but gets only incomprehensible foreign sites. He was in Akihabara, so I think we can exclude the foreign sites. Okay, got it. Hang on, my chair's being difficult. My chair has a bad like suspension, or not suspension. The bar in the middle likes to pop down. But the problem is the chair's new, so sort of got to deal with it. He narrows the search down to Japanese sites. But even then, none of the results look relevant. Nothing. But this has to be some kind of hint. With Suzuha's permission, I take a picture of the pin. Okay, all in favor of helping Suzu-san find her dad? I want to argue, but there's no time for that. But there's no time for that. But Mayuri's right when she says that the time machine won't be ready for a while. I guess there's no harm in letting her have her way. After all, there's no point in running, not even with 2 days head start. Even if I drag Mayuri to the ends of the earth, we wouldn't be able to escape her death. I know that now. I mean, I don't know. Could you not, like, go to South America by chance? Completely out of grip of CERN, 100% completely away. Like, all three, you, Daru, and Kirisu, and also Mayuri. Like, just the four of you leave the country completely. Going to some foreign place and then fucking off. Because CERN may be watching, but they can't watch everywhere, you know? Or, well, I guess maybe they can. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about. Because that way, like, because the time diverges based on the fact that CERN is able to make the time machine and, like, track them down. And that's why Mayuri dies. Or somehow it's related in some way. So, who knows? Who knows, really? No objections. Thanks, Ocarine. There is his hand in agreement. So does Kirisu. It's decided. We'll help Suzuha find her father. Everyone, thank you. But I want to be clear that my mission to 1975 comes first. That was my dad's final wish, after all. So we still haven't found it by the time repairs are complete. I think we should give up. Is that okay? Are you sure? If we still haven't found it by then, it just wasn't meant to be. It's a relief to hear Suzuha say that. You know what you could do? And it likely won't happen. You know what you could do? You could use the time leap machine. Like, look in all of the places for her dad, eventually find him. Though, since I've seen the anime, I do know the story there. But in the hypothetical that I don't actually know what's going on, you could use the time leap machine, look in everywhere, all of the 100% of the places for all of your eternity, until you eventually find them, and then go back to the very first instance you can, and just tell Suzuha where her dad is. So where do we start? The pin is our only hint. We'll hit every store in Akiba that sells things like this. Maybe someone will know where it came from. What kind of stores? Akiba is full of niche stores where you can find strange and cool accessories. And also crash ships. I know, but like, it's very sudden. It's hard to sneak into Radican in the daytime. There isn't a crowd up front like before, but pedestrian traffic remains constant. It takes us about 30 minutes to find a way in. Kirisu's back at the lab working on the time leap machine, as she should be. It needs to be complete by 2 PM on the 13th. If she's late, it could affect my ability to time leap, which would lower my chances of saving Mayuri. Speaking of Mayuri, she wandered off somewhere in search of Suzuha's father. Well, that's the thing. If fucking Kirisu takes too long to make the thing, then, you know, CERN won't act. Because they only act because it's done. Technically, And this would kind of fuck up 100% of everything. Technically, if Karasu never actually completes the time leap machine, CERN will never act upon them. How does it look? I called Adaru, who's examining the flooded satellite. Time machine. While Suruzuha and I keep a lookout. Adaru crawls out of the machine. He's covered in sweat, and his breathing is heavy. Oh, that face, though. Ooh, he doesn't look good. We quickly help pull his huge body out. The time machine is completely visible from the street. If someone were to see us up here, they might report us to the police. It's been 2 weeks since the satellite appeared, but Akiba still has tourists who come just to see it. We need to take care not to be noticed. They invented a time machine in 2 weeks? Like, fucking hell. That's real good. It's so freaking hot in there. It's worse than a sauna. Spend too much time in there and I'll turn into Daru jerky. By the way, I'm not gonna fall for anything, right? Time machine is balanced as all things should be, precariously on the ledge, but the police have hooked up support wires, so Daru probably has nothing to worry about. Can it be fixed? Well, I still don't know for sure, but there is one thing I noticed just now. It's built kind of like the phone wave. That means there's a chance, right? I said I'm not sure. I need to poke around some more. Daru, super hacker. Everything depends on your skills now. You're the super hacker who will save the world. In 2036, people will worship you instead of Karasu, the mother of the time machine. It's hacker! How many times do I have to tell you? God damn it. Anyway, you have 2 days. Do whatever it takes. Don't be late, Daru. Place my hand on Daru's shoulder and I look straight into his eyes. You're our only hope. No promises, man. And why 2 days? Well... because that's when Mayuri will die, but I can't say that. In 2 days, the weather conditions will be perfect for creating this ring singularity. If we miss that window, we won't have another chance until next year. Nice excuses, Suha. Precisely. Fix it in 2 days? That's just nuts. But if you do, you'll earn the right to date with Ferris. Alright. And his face immediately changes. Can you fix it? No problem. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, that's... somehow I accidentally did the... I don't know. No problem. It's no problem of mine. Hard to say. No problem is like... it's like my go-to version of that phrase, and I don't know what voice it's in. I genuinely am confused by what I just did. Great, now I just need to figure out how I'm going to convince Ferris. Oh, schmacka. 7010. We're searching for something with the same cryptic logo as the mysterious pin. Honestly, I don't think it would be this difficult. Gave us plenty of niche stores, but they're all for electronic goods and PC parts. There aren't that many selling accessory like Suzuha's pin. We check everyone we can find, but come up empty-handed. None of the store employees have any idea where it came from either. We even check nearby neighborhoods like Ueno and Asakusa. Nothing. Suzuha and I return to the lab with heavy hearts.
Okabe.
Welcome back. Karasu emerges from the development room to greet us. A fucking fog rolling on the floor. She's like, welcome back. Excuse me. She's alone. From the looks on your faces, I guess you didn't find anything. Where's Daru? He hasn't come back yet. It's already dark, so maybe he went straight home? It's too dark to work at Roddy Can now. Can't use lights because that would be too conspicuous for to the people below. Mary isn't around. Is she making any progress in the search for Suzuha's father? I feel bad. There's no time for this. It's not for you. We're doing it to save Mayuri. Yeah. I started up Daru's computer to search the net for communities of people who collect unique pins. But that'll have to be for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I, of course, have been Keywii. Even great to you and yourself a delightful day. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye.